I swear it's not sound effects. I haven't added anything background to this little scene here. It's just the pure sound of Sweden in spring. It's 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, and I've woken up early to try and figure out how to start this video, how to explain the beginning and the coming of this video. See, the group that I'm riding with, we met up on Friday. I haven't done any filming yet. And when I say we, all of you that's seen my videos before knows everybody from this film. We have Ingvar, who has twin pegs. We have Rasmus, who's my friend from Sweden who rides enduro. We have Sven, the guy with all the good quotes like, "Oh fuck, I suck at this." And we have Stefan, who you might remember from the Balkan videos, where he unfortunately did his ankle in and couldn't ride half of the trip with us. Then we have Johannes, my good friend from Copenhagen, that you might have seen from my last video. There's one guy that you haven't met before, I think, Christian. But he's been riding with us for a few times, and we met up on Friday, and we did so because Ingvar was exhibiting his twin pegs in the ADV Expo in Stockholm this weekend. So we all came and we helped out at the booth, and it was a great weekend. We got to meet a lot of like-minded people in the ADV environment. And yesterday morning, we drove from Stockholm to go here, where we are now, at an undisclosed location. Good morning, Sven.
God morgon, god morgon, god morgon.
Good morning, kompis.
Kallt.
It's cold today. You're the only actual man riding on your bike today.
Well.
The rest of us is bringing trailers.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But it's sunshine, Sven.
Wonderful. It's gonna be a great day.
It could be raining.
Could be raining, could be snowing.
Could be snow.
Could be at work.
Exactly. It's Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an awesome couple of days.
We are. I can't wait. It's the reunion.
Yes!
Of 2026.
Finally.
So we took off from Stockholm and we drove 2 hours to get to here where we are now. And as soon as we got to the house, we just were so excited to go on that ride. We haven't been riding together since, I can't even remember when we've been together, all of us. But we're so excited to go on that ride, so we just packed down the bike from the trailers, we got in that gear, and we took off. And usually accidents happen at the end of the day, but I think yesterday we'd driven 4.9 kilometers when Stefan unfortunately hit a rock at a bad spot, sent him a little bit out of balance, and then there was a bit of whiskey throttle involved, which launched him into a ditch. And long story short, there was a rock that hit his tank and tore a 5 centimeter long tear in the tank, and there was gasoline leaking everywhere, and Stefan was kind of caught underneath the bike. Luckily, he wasn't caught beneath the bike and the rock that hit a big hole in the tank. He was caught somewhere a little bit underneath the bike, but he got his knee hurt, and that was it, fortunately. But we went to the emergency room shortly after when we came back to the cabin. He had an X-ray. There's no broken knee. There's no broken bones. He didn't tear his knee. It's just a bit bruised up, luckily, because it was a bit of a scare, which obviously is not a great way to start your ride with your group for the first time in the season. So on today's menu is a group ride of 6 people. Stefan is going to stay at home and take care of the house, and the rest of us is going to set up north from here. And we're going to drive towards what can best be described as Sweden's version of Erzberg. It's an old mine, it's still somewhat active, and it's basically created a mountain in the middle of the forest, where on top of that mountain there is an enduro track. And sometimes it pays off having friends in the Swedish enduro environment, because we've been given the option to go and check it out and ride some of the trails up there. And to get there, we have made a 100 kilometers long track with Stegra through some areas that I've been through before. So I'm excited to bring the guys to some of those fun little sections. And it's just going to be an epic day. The weather is absolutely fantastic. Right now it's freezing. There's frost on the seats of the bikes, but the sun is out and it's going to stay out for the entire day. And it's such a great feeling to be here back in Sweden in the springtime with some of my mates that I haven't been riding with for quite a long time. And I plan on trying to convince all the other guys to take some breaks once in a while to do some filming so we can bring you guys along for the ride as well. Good morning!
Good morning.
How's the knee?
Could be better. I have one.
Could be worse also.
Yeah, could be worse also.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna take care of the house today, Stefan?
Yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
the
gonna be your task today.
Yeah.
Cook some dinner for us maybe.
Yeah, I will be a housewife for
Cool
you
the
guys.
beers.
Yeah.
So, Stefan, needless to say, didn't get in his riding gear that morning. But after a cup of coffee, or a Coke Zero, or a Red Bull, the rest of us did. Ja, kom bare. Immediately out of the driveway, we found some epic trails. Steep in parts with lots of elevation, for Sweden at least. Some with lots of ruts, some fast and flowy, and some with pretty epic views. What a view! Här blir det jätteblött. Eller mjukt, eller vad man säger. Shortly after, our track turned into something completely different. Här är många whoops. Oj, igen. What we stumbled upon was an ATV track, bone dry and filled with whoops like a roller coaster. Oj, mycket whoops! Big whoops and sand. Yeah. After getting an ADV ass whooping, we continued our way north. And let me tell you, this trip might not have gotten off to the best start, but right here we found the cure. We were finally reunited on our bikes after what seemed at times like an endless winter. But now we were here, on the endless, amazing and fantastic gravel roads of Sweden. Ah, what a view! Ja. Lite lerigt på höger sidan.
Ja, jättebra.
Alle er med?
Ja.
3 til højre, hold midten. After a couple of hours of spring bliss on the bigger gravel roads of northern Sweden, we entered the small and narrow tracks to what would be our main course on this ride. Sweden's own little version of Erzberg. Look at the hill climbs, Rasmus, right in front of us.
It's crazy that they went up those.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't.
Yeah. Keep going left. Rasmus? There is some small ruts and it looks like just a small piece of soft sand kind of, but it's almost like cement.
Okay.
Oi! After that health and safety report, we started our trip towards the top, which took us halfway around the mine before the roads starting to lead towards the top. This is the ruts, Rasmus.
Okay.
The sheer size of this artificial mountain is nothing short of baffling. It rises taller than its surrounding hills in the horizon, and the track that goes around the foot of the mountain is more than 3 kilometers long. You can't help but to think that it must have taken forever to build up to this size, and you wouldn't be wrong. You see, this particular area has been a mine since 1644, producing iron ore for steel, and the most famous person to ever run it was a woman. The mine mother, Maria Olsdotter, became the first woman to actively run a mine in Sweden from 1817 until she died in 1856. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that view! With its history in mind, its size becomes a bit more believable, and once you reach the top of it, you truly get a feeling of how big it actually is.
Detta måste vara en scenic piece alltså. Ja.
And after that very manly, symbolic planting of the flag, it was time to ride the Iron Mountain enduro trails. After a bit of film duty, it was time for me to put away the camera and follow the guys around in some of the trails next to where we parked. I was off to a good start, of course, starting the trail in the wrong direction.
Andre? Ah, okay, sorry.
Kør der før.
Hvor skal vi hen af?
Indfør.
Nej, jeg følger efter jer. Kom igen.
Så er det et par stikker her, hvor vi prøver at køre ud begge to.
Ja.
I wish I could blame it on the bike, but since Ingvar was also riding on a T7, although heavily and expensively GYTR modified, I quickly fell a bit behind.
Jeg tror, jeg har tabt jer, men jeg fortsætter bare. Du er der, Anders. Okay.
Okay.
Ja. Jeg skal bare lige finde ud af, hvor I var henne. Ja, jeg kan se dig nu.
The bike did feel too big for riding these tight trails, and I guess also too big for riding deep sand on an off-camber slope. Excuses, excuses.
Fy fan!
We then decided to ride southeast instead of northwest to check out the trails on the other side of the moon. And here's a quick little spoiler. They were absolutely epic.
Og jeg tror godt, så var det. Er det jo lidt for også?
Jeg troede, det var den kant deroppe, i min.
Den er også den, jeg kører på.
Ui. Det er rups, der vil noget.
Og bare fortsæt rundt.
Wow.
Suddenly it felt like being in a mini grey version of Sahara, with soft but hard-packed sand, with clear blue sky,
Wow.
and the sun fully blazing. So naturally I got back on film duty.
Hvor er I henne?
Jeg er nede på vejen her.
Ah, I holder dernede, så kommer I op den vej op. Jeg er klar.
Er du først, Rasmus? Ja, du har skjalt dig efter først. Og det der. Sorry. Ja, men den har let faktiskt. Ja, det var det. Den kan vi alla klara så.
Stay.
We found the biggest hill climb that was somewhat doable for a bunch of not Baltaris riders, and took turns. Anders decided to park his bike on a small tree on the plateau, and after having failed once trying to get out, I got impatient and jumped on the bike. And not since I saw Swan Lake Ballet at the theatre have I seen anything that elegant. With the hill clear, Ingvar and Rasmus took another swing at it, and having done it twice, they were now bursting with confidence and adrenaline. So I kept rolling, and I might have encouraged a bit of wheelie action. What could possibly go wrong?
Nej da, det går bra.
Ingvar, why did we stop here?
I don't know.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing? Looks like a mess.
If it's not on camera, it didn't happen.
I don't know how I missed it on camera, but what really happened here was that Ingvar's last wheelie had a tiny/massive lean angle, enough to send him chest down in a dune. I promised I would mention that his ribs definitely wasn't broken again, so his wife wouldn't give him a hard time about it. So yeah, definitely not broken. It was now all up to Rasmus to provide a few goodies for the action camera. I didn't get Ingvar's, but I got that one. Rasmus didn't break anything, and of course, now I come to think of it, neither did Ingvar. But he still needed a small breather after his crash. The rest of us, though, weren't quite done with this side of the moon. So while Ingvar got his breath back and some water, the rest of us took a few more laps.
Hvad siger du?
Jeg kör före och tar hoppet.
Okay.
Man går på.
Ja.
Jeg hittar hoppet. Vad fan var det?
Her, venstre der. Oj, 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 oj. Snyggt. Alright, you guys lead the way.
Don't drive off the cliff.
No. Do not do that.
Noted.
Ja.
Det går fint.
Riding here with my mates reminded me of our grand tour of the Balkans. The stunning views from the top of a mountain and looking far to the horizon with nothing but blue sky and forest, with the same group of guys fumbling and tumbling around on their bikes, helping each other lifting the bikes and telling bad jokes on the counter.
Ja.
Unfortunately, also this time around, with Stefan, aka the Limp Biscuit, not being able to ride with us, And the Norwegian Viking Johannes was also in the list.
Wow.
Ikke du se.
But instead we had Anders, and he's also tall and blondish. And we had Christian, although the trails of the Iron Mountain was a bit too much for his taste. Nonetheless, here at the stunning mountain, under the clear spring skies, with my mates, I felt truly happy and excited and thrilled to be out riding my bike again.
Okay, that's probably the nicest place I've ever ridden in Sweden.
Yep, I agree.
Wow. Okay, while Rasmus is taking a scenic piss and throwing rocks into the water, I'll do a little sit rep. We just left the big mine. I think actually where we are right now, the lake, it's what they dug out to create that mine. Ingvar had a little crash, and Ingvar is currently on his way home to the cabin. The plan is that we're gonna have a dinner with him later. Christian was tired. He wanted to go home to the cabin. Sven was happy with what we did today. He went back to the cabin. Anders went back to the cabin. So now it's just you and me, Rasmus. Last guys standing. We're gonna head a little north on a track I made, and then not shortly after it's gonna loop around and go south again towards the cabin. What an awesome day. I think probably the best place I've ever ridden was that mine over there. And it's gonna stay like an undisclosed location because, yeah, that's just how it is. That's how it has to be with social media nowadays. But what an absolutely epic experience that was, apart from maybe Ingvar's little crash, maybe a little bent rib or something, but maybe he's just sore. We'll see. You ready to crack on, Rasmus? What? Can you hear me, Rasmus?
Yeah.
Okay. I think my track will start in just a couple of 100 meters. We'll follow that for the rest of the day.
Sounds good.
Well, it was up there we drove before.
Yep.
On that ledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ja. Jättemjukt. Nej, det er ikke så galt. Det er bare lige det her lille stykke. Do you have the track now, Rasmus? No, not yet. Not yet. In a minute. Træ til højre.
Yep.
Looks so nice here.
Boom shower.
Ah, sorry.
No worries. Just me, too cold.
Ja. Fan vad snyggt. Ja, exactly. Det er derfor vi er her. Er ikke så lille endda. It's only open for Wednesdays, and today's Tuesday. So let's crack on. I'm wondering if that's the enduro track, and then the next one is the cross track, MX track.
Oh, I think that's just the entrance to the MX track.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe on a Wednesday sometime.
Yeah.
Riding duo instead of a group of 6
always changes the dynamics of the ride. There's more time to chat and more time to stop and explore. We drove along my track that I have made with Stefan, and having never been in these neck of the woods before, I had no idea what to expect. And even though we mostly drove on remote and easy gravel roads, we did stumble upon the odd challenge once in a while. Okay.
Oj, hvor fint det er nede ved sjøen, titta.
Men kommer vi rundt om den træstamme dernede venstre om? Ja, gør vi. Det gør vi vel. Ej, det bliver en dismount for mig. Jeg skal ikke. Kom igen. Jamen altså.
På fødselen.
Jeg får den. Jeg har den.
Vi tar några minuter nere vid sjön och vägnar lite.
Ja, jeg er okay. Hold det godt. Hui, der bliver jätteblødt.
Nej.
Ej, for helvede.
Nej, det är inte riktigt. Vi skulle ner där någonstans.
Skulle vi det?
Eller? Ja, kanske ett större. Ja, han går svårt.
Okay. Ja, det var et cool lille spor. We didn't have more than around 70 kilometers left of the track at this point. After a rather long day with quite a few adrenaline-producing challenges, there's nothing better than that afternoon stretch to the finish line, riding along as the sun hangs lower on the sky, not caring about the dust from your mate, and maybe even a bit of music on the cardo. What have you? Ah, okay. Yeah, let's stop here at the lake, Rasmus, for 2 minutes. We're almost home.
We are getting quite close to being back at the cabin. I think we have half an hour left. We stopped at a little sunny spot here by a lake. It looks absolutely stunning. It's springtime, the sun is shining, it's like 15, 16 degrees. It's absolutely epic to be back out riding. And so we're just gonna sit here for a little bit and enjoy the sunshine before we do the last little stretch and go home, back to the cabin. See who's left there, who've already gone home, and who's gonna stay for dinner. But yeah, almost done. Almost done.
All right, gloves on and I'm ready. You can start rolling, Rasmus.
Yep.
I get a bit less dust. Oh, looks like you're doing whoops up there in the front. Your tail light is pogo sticking.
The finish line was now in our sights, so we fired up both horses and turned their snouts towards the cabin. And speaking of horses...
I see horse track. Need to be careful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if horses can ride whoops. But this horse can.
After another round of ADV ass-whooping, we found ourselves on a little stretch of Sven's favourite, the loosey-goosey.
Sand all of a sudden.
And the last double-digit kilometres took us through some amazing curvy forest tracks.
That was a nice little stretch.
Yep.
How many kilometers before we are back at the hospital?
Hospital.
Yeah.
7.6.
Okay.
To care for our over guys.
Exactly. Super sweet tracks these.
Yeah. I mean, love this kind of forest track.
Yeah. I love these tracks.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Stekra. For everybody who doesn't know, Stekra in Swedish means wheelie. But it's also the company and name of our favorite navigation app. They brought us here. Hill climb to the left, Rasmus.
Where?
Just a giant mountain of rock.
Sounds perfect on a Team 7. Oh yeah. Nice. And we are home.
Are we home?
Yeah, almost.
Oh yeah. Hello guys. Går det bra? Are you sore or is it?
Yep.
But is it broken? It is? Fucking hell, Ingvar.
Ingvar, what's the status on your ribs?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
They're still there at least.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Move on.
It's not broken or anything?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Well, you seem in good spirits, so
Always.
always. You're gonna head off to Norway now and get some painkillers?
Yeah.
Nice little 7-hour ride?
Yeah, that's nothing.
No. Not for a guy like you?
Ready for skog in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That should be enough.
Yeah. It's actually a nice time of year that we're riding now. I think when's the last time we rode together, Ingvar? Was that Skog last year?
Yeah.
And the same with you, Sven, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rasmus, we've been riding a little bit, but that's a year ago, and now we can kind of look forward to in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But I'm
Instead of-
shocked. Everybody has dropped their bike or had a big crash at least 2 times.
Except
for Sven.
Yeah.
for this guy.
What happened? I don't know. That's weird.
It's always you, and then you go, fuck, I suck at this.
I do.
But you didn't have one single crash?
Yeah.
You had that small little... I'm gonna clip right in and put that in right now,
Yep.
but now. It's been good, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for a good ride.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you in 5 weeks.
Slå lite hårdare på den så kanske den går.
Sånn. Ja, det gjorde du.
Mercedes. Stung!
Det er godt utstyrt.
Yeah. Nice little stock of painkillers.
He's not an enduro rider.
No. Drive safe, Ingvar.
Yeah. See you in 5
Get
weeks.
back home safe. Bye.
Bye.
We are back at the cabin, and somewhere around 6:30, I'm just sitting here in the last bit of sunlight before the sun sets behind the trees behind me. How to sum up this ride? It was sort of wing shot somehow, if you can say that. I don't know, that's probably a translation from Danish. But yeah, the crash Stefan had yesterday definitely put its mark on the 2-day ride that it was supposed to be. We did a little bit of riding, some of us yesterday, but Rasmus had to go to the emergency room with Stefan, and so today we had a really good ride. But we knew that Anders had to leave because he had work as well tomorrow morning, so he had to leave around the afternoon. And then Ingvar ended up getting a little slightly injured. We don't really know, maybe he's just a bit sore. But Ingvar has a history with broken ribs, so let's see what that turns out to be. But all in all, we had 2 days with weather like this. It's April 21st. It's somewhere around 19-20 degrees right now. I'm sitting in the sun. It's been absolutely perfect weather. We had perfect conditions. There was always a little bit of dust when you're riding in sunshine, but we didn't do as much riding as we wanted to. We didn't get to explore as much as we want to, but having the opportunity to ride where we did today was definitely one of the absolute highlights of rides I've ever done in Sweden. And sometimes that's all it needs. Good group of friends coming together, seeing each other again. An unforeseen thing happens, but all in all, we had a great ride today. It was such an experience getting to ride up that Iron Mountain and riding around on the enduro tracks on top of that. And we had a good ride. Rasmus and me, we continued for 3 or 4 hours alone after it. But yeah, all in all, fantastic to be out riding again. Fantastic to be in Sweden in the spring, and maybe you can still hear it behind me. The birds are chirping, and spring is fully upon us. Summer is about to step in a little bit more than a month. The next ride we're going to do is going to be in a month together. I'm sure that not everybody is going to be able to be there, but some of us is going to be there, and we're going to have a great ride together there as well, just like last year. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, as always. Don't forget to drop me a comment. It makes all the hard work worth it to hear a comment from you, what you thought about the video and the ride. And that's it. See you in the next one.